kids. So today is Saturday, another Saturday, so we're going to do another album review about an album I bring out to DJ, and a little DJ album. Let's do Klaxons today, Myths of the Near Future. This album was released in 2007 on Polydor Geffen Records. And Klaxons are they're a bunch of boys from London, from the UK. This is their first album. They had a few EPs that came up before this, and before they were in the Klaxons, some of the members were in Oasis cover bands and Reef cover bands and stuff. And Klaxons, they could have been fucked over a while ago because they had all this like weird hype when they were coming out and before they came out. A lot of bloggers on the blogosphere were praising them, and their record label dubbed them new rave, something the band calls like an inside joke. The label determined the music as new rave music. Some people are calling it fluorescent rock and acid rave sci-fi punk. I read one blog today and fans were comparing it to the Beatles. They were comparing this music to Led Zeppelin, and then another blogger went on and on about how these guys are like Tool-like. They sound like Tool and have all these Tool qualities, which they do not at all. Like bands that share the same qualities as this band is like Block Party, maybe Coldplay. And I don't mean to insult them when I say they sound like Coldplay, because I really don't like Coldplay at all, but maybe if Coldplay had a good grasp of electronics and had like 100 times more energy and creativity, they could kind of sound like this. Because these guys do use similar song structures to Coldplay, with like choral vocals and like some classical piano, a lot of piano in a couple songs, you know, like simple harmonies like that. But these guys amp it up a lot and put a lot of superfluous like keyboards and sound effects and make the music very, very driven. It's very, very has the sound of like immediacy, a lot of manic energy, a lot of like restrained pandemonium on here. But yeah, it's nothing like pioneering a new sound or anything. It's not like flag bearers like a lot of bloggers out there are saying. These guys don't have any kind of groundbreaking sound, but they do have a good grasp of like how to combine like rock and roll music, indie rock, with like dance music a lot. They sound, like I said, like, you know, combination of like maybe like Franz Ferdinand with Beta Band a little. Some of the vocals, some of the songs sound kind of like a very, very dancey Blur, I guess, but it's more of a kind of updated sound and all that. It doesn't sound dated like all those bands do, but it's definitely not like as this timeless quality as like, you know, Led Zeppelin or like Beatles though. Like it is good music though. Like the hype could kind of kill this band, but they didn't let the hype box them in and limit them, because they don't just limit themselves to like new rave, you know, what was it, sci-fi punk sounds on here. Like these guys do branch out quite a bit on here. They have songs that even sound like old Liars songs that are just very kind of creepy and like kind of slow paced with weird creepy vocals on them. But for the most part, they execute their music quite well. They've got quasi literate, you know, song content. They have references to, you know, William S. Burroughs and songs like Atlantis to Interzone. They also reference Gravity's Rainbow, which is actually a Thomas Pynchon book, and I just started reading this. It's pretty heavy. It's a pretty weird book. It's got a lot of war references in it so far. I had that recommended to me a while ago by a guy named War No More online. But yeah, very guitar driven. Like I said, it's not like pioneering any new sound. It's not groundbreaking very much, but oh yeah, I was going to say that before they called themselves Klaxons, they were called Klaxons, not Centaurs too, so they do use a lot of some mythological references. But yeah, just pretty much just straight up dance rock, a little bit of noise rock added into it, a lot of urgency. Like they do, it's like fun music to get into, but it's not at all like new rave. New rave is a disgusting title, because when you think of a rave, you think of drugs and vapor rub and glow sticks and like terrible ass music, and these guys don't embody any of those qualities. Like they do have a high energy, maybe like kind of a party sound, I guess. Stuff that, you know, you could easily dance to and not feel like, you know, you're a jerk off or anything. That sounds like you're dancing to like, I don't know, it would be a lesser band than this, but But they do have a lot of immediacy to the sound. And I did read some of their interviews that actually helped them out a lot, because these guys didn't sound pretentious at all about their sound. They sound very laid back, and they said they're going to get more experimental on their new album, which should be coming out soon. They said they're going to have elements of like more progressive rock on it, and some folk on it and stuff. So it sounds like they're going to branch out of the dance rock thing. Because, like I said, they didn't let the hype paint them into a corner. I think the whole thing is like most of the hype came out before the album came out, so they had an opportunity to preempt the hype and like defy it a little, which was really smart of them. So yeah, not much in the way of artwork here, just some weird collage, and then you flip it over, you can have a second cover here, which is just more gobbledygook, and then the inside's just lyrics written in gold on black gloss. Not much. Oh, here's a nice symbol. But yeah, they seem like intelligent guys. They're very self-aware band. They didn't let any of their, you know, kind of retarded fans screw them in the ass when they're comparing them to Tool, that's for sure. But yeah, it's fun music. Definitely stuff you could get energized and pumped to if you have to, if that's the kind of person you are. It's kind of stuff that has a little, you know, intelligent leanings into it. Pretty enjoyable stuff. I don't mind the Klaxons. I don't mind playing these guys on Saturday, that's for sure. Miss of the Near Future, 2007, Polydor, Geffen Records. Fluorescent rock.